I made my diorama out of clay. I used some paper underneath it to kind of help mold it to make it look more realistic. I also used acrylic paint for my color, and then I used toothpicks and copy paper for my labels. Um, let's see. So the features. I'm going to start on the left with the continental slope. The continental slope is the steady like incline that sorry. It's like the part that it's after the continental shelf, and it's the part that like slopes down really deep. It's kind of like the drop off area. The continental shelf on the other side on the right is up above the continental slope, and it's the gradual sloping area. So like the part that whenever you walk into the ocean, it's the shallow part. It's the part that's by the shoreline, and it doesn't really get too deep. We'll go to the volcanic island next. This is when the volcanoes on the ocean floor they start to erupt, and they can create mountains as they get higher and higher every time that they erupt. And once they break the surface of the ocean, this is when the lava is able to cool and harden, and this is how islands start. The part that forms before that, though, is the seamount, and those are the mountains that don't break the surface. And actually, I have to point out I did something wrong, but didn't have time to fix it. Where my seamount label is, that is actually supposed to be blue. I just got ahead of myself. So that's supposed to be blue, showing that it's underwater. That it hasn't broke the surface of the water, so that's why it's called a seamount and not a volcanic island. The mid-ocean ridge is in the center, kind of. That's consisting of like a lot of peaks and rigid parts of the ocean floor, and it's basically a chain of mountains in the sea that goes all around the world. And then we have our deep ocean trench, and these are the deepest parts of the ocean on Earth. I've seen a lot whenever I was doing some extra research about the Mariana Trench. So that one's one of the more popular trenches. The three main regions are the continental shelf, continental rise, and the continental slope. The active side is the side on the left with the seamounts and the volcanic islands, and the side on the right would be the passive. I know this because the part that's active is going to be the part that's like constantly changing and moving, and I look at that as the seamount and the volcanic islands, how they're constantly erupting and moving and creating new parts of the ocean floor. Tectonic plates relate to our ocean floor because I think I'm saying this right. Bathymetry. It's a really big part of plate tectonics. The outer rocky layer is where our tectonic plates are. They're arranged all over the world in weird like jigsaw puzzle type ways. And they float on top of the mantle. The convection currents in the mantle cause the plates to like move around, and they can converge or diverge and also slide past each other. So as the plates were to converge, so go towards each other, one plate will go underneath the other, and this would cause an earthquake or our seamounts or volcanic islands eventually, and also can create our deep ocean trenches. When the plates diverge or are like pulled away, the magma is able to flow up between the tectonic plates, and that's how the mid-ocean ridges are formed, the seamounts specifically, and new ocean floor crust. The mid-Atlantic ridge is a type of plate boundary whenever it comes to tectonic plates, and transform boundaries are formed whenever the two plates slide past one another, and this is on the mid-ocean ridges, and it causes the earthquakes to do the zigzag things that happen for the mid-ocean ridge.